Hello everyone, my name is Mark, I'm your driver, and today we are going for a very snowy drive in this. This is a 2023 Toyota Prius all-wheel drive, and more specifically, I want to see how good is this all-wheel drive system. Is a 40 horsepower rear motor powering the rear axle enough? Do you need more? Will it get the back out? Will it get you unstuck? So, let's get in, let's take this thing for a drive, and honestly, let's see how good Toyota's E all-wheel drive is, and this will apply to Camry models and Corolla models as well, because they also share, as far as I know, the same 40 horsepower, 62 pound-feet of torque setup for the rear axle, so this should apply across the sedan range. I think we're just going to start off with some nice unplowed residential streets to see what it would be like to get out of your neighborhood or out of a jam if need be. And so far it's doing all right. Test our braking. ABS sounds terrible in this. Yeah, it just pulls away no problem. So yeah, you're not really gonna be getting terribly stuck unless the snow is super deep. Traction control sorting it out. Front end tends to wash out first, and then the rear kind of pulls it along, or pushes it along rather. So far so good. Feels mostly like a front-wheel drive car that just doesn't really get stuck or doesn't spin for as long. Basically, it's a front-wheel drive system that sends power to the rear when needed, but what I found really surprising when I was driving it was that because the front and rear axles aren't connected by anything, it can just shut the front wheels off and be mostly rear-wheel drive until, of course, you need more than 75 system horsepower, in which case it then slides its way back towards a front-wheel drive bias. It's a bit abrupt with the throttle cutting though. I wish it was maybe a little bit more refined in that sense, in the way that it would maybe just back power off slowly until you have enough grip rather than just taking it away and then adding it back in very, very slowly. But I get that this is a Toyota and it's made to be safe and conservative and point you in the right direction and not really let you get away with very much, and so I get that, and that's okay. To turn traction and stability control all the way off, you need to be completely stopped and ideally foot on the brake, although I'm not sure if that's necessary, and then keep holding it, and eventually you'll see VSC turned off, pre-collision off, and then that is traction control fully turned off, and we'll see what it can do. BMW sliding, I'm not going to play games. This car is way under-tired to try to trust that. Yep, I can feel the back end starting to walk. Front end's washing out. There goes the back end again. Floored. And then we'll try traction control off. Slow down just a little bit. We'll keep the wheel straight so that VSC doesn't intervene. There's the intervention. And it's giving us power though. You just got to keep the wheel straight. I mean, the rear motor will spin up at speed, which is good. It just, the traction control system is so heavy-handed that it makes it hard to both have fun with it and also sometimes do what you want or need to do when you're driving in traffic. It can make it a little bit difficult to place the vehicle because the front end washes away, and even when the traction control's off, it's not really off, and it's arguably more abrupt than with it just turned on. It's interesting. Ooh, yep. The front washes first, which is very, very weird. You go for a little bit of gas and the front starts to walk itself towards wherever the road is tilted. But yeah, if it's doing this well today when other cars are really, really struggling, then like I think it's a pretty decent system. It's got way more power and can deliver it at higher speeds than the old Prius or last generation Prius could, the Prius 4. Wow, okay, if you give it a big enough boot full with a big enough turn, you can drift it. Okay, stability and traction control off works very well. I'm very impressed. That's not something you should be able to do with a Prius. That's fantastic. Just gone all to understeer, but half throttle really seems to want to overdrive that rear motor, which is very cool. So, to wrap things up with the Prius all-wheel drive system, it is surprisingly capable. It is much more capable than I think it looks on paper, because you look at the output of that rear electric motor at only 62 pound-feet of torque and 40 horsepower, and you think, well, that's probably a bit of a gimmick. But if you do live somewhere that has cold or snowy surfaces like here in Canada, I would actually highly recommend the system. Now, it shouldn't be misconstrued. The system is really only designed as a stability aid. It's not meant to deadlift the vehicle out of a ditch or to really help you in those super stuck situations, but like you can see here, it's reducing the dependency on the front axle, which eliminates or helps to eliminate understeer by letting the front wheels focus on just doing the turning. And in the snow, it just feels like a front-wheel drive car with exceptional winter tires on it, which I think is what you want. Now, I would obviously always recommend getting a good set because stopping distances become a challenge, especially given how narrow these tires are. Now, when you do go to turn or try to turn everything off, it can sometimes both be a little bit of a challenge, and also it doesn't actually turn everything off. And it oftentimes likes to play a very abrupt game of tug of war, with the throttle, which I really don't like. It could maybe be forgiven if it didn't just drop the tug-of-war rope mid-game, where you end up stumbling backwards and it all feels a bit unsafe. That's how it feels. It doesn't feel like it's communicating with you. It feels like it's fighting and potentially punishing you for trying to use it in that way. Now, when you do turn everything off when you're at a complete stop, this thing can actually be a good bit of fun as long as you know how to meet it where it's at. It's not a performance all-wheel drive system, so it's not going to crazy oversteer, but it is a bit strange because sometimes you'll go for a little bit of throttle, it'll step the back end out like a rear-wheel drive car, and then other times you'll get a little bit greedy with it, go to add more throttle, and then it just unleashes a massive amount of pent-up understeer and you just end up going straight. So just be ready to catch both ends. It's a bit weird and a bit of a coin toss as to how it'll react, but if you get it right, it can be very rewarding and a lot of fun. So that is the Prius all-wheel drive system. I would certainly recommend it. Definitely give it a go. It helps you not spin tires and it helps the car be less annoying or stressful to drive in the winter. But if you know how to use it and exploit it properly, it can also be a little bit of a drift missile, which I think is just hilarious. So let me know what you guys think of the Prius all-wheel drive system. Is it a gimmick? Would you guys consider it? And I will see you guys in the next video.